Okay, so Lost Soul Aside versus Metal Gear Solid Delta. Which one should you actually play? Okay, to be fair, Metal Gear Solid is an established franchise, and this is actually a remake of one of the beloved classics from the early 2000s. And Lost Soul Aside is actually started off as a fan-made project by a Chinese developer who loves Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy. So why are we actually comparing these two? The reason is because Lost Soul Aside is releasing on 29th of August, and Metal Gear Solid Delta is actually releasing on 28th of August. So, in case it wasn't obvious enough, Metal Gear Solid Delta releases a day before Lost Soul Aside. So, and I'm surprised that Lost Soul Aside team decided that would be a good idea, you know, to release it in 24 hours after the most anticipated game ever. Not the most anticipated game ever, but it is a pretty anticipated game. People love Metal Gear Solid, and even though this is a game not which Kojima didn't work on hands-on, it is one of his old work, and based on the reviews, they didn't actually change anything. It's just a fresh coat of paint and the option to play it in a new camera system, or you can just go back to the old one. It's completely up to you. And Lost Soul Aside is an action game, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty fast. It's fast. It's complete. It's bonkers. It looks like I just love these kinds of games. I'm not sure how to describe it properly. I love both Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy, so this is right up my alley. And to be frank, the only Metal Gear game I have played is Metal Gear Solid 5. So yeah, that's the only thing I know. I haven't played the original games yet, and I'm very curious to see if this was a good move by the Lost Soul Aside team to do this. I mean, I genuinely thought when I saw the release date for both of them, I thought, you know what, Lost Soul Aside is from a new developing team. They are definitely gonna shift it forward, right? But no, they stick to it, and I'm surprised even Sony allowed it. Like Sony knows how huge Metal Gear Solid is, right? And then they decide, you know what, we're gonna give our players as many things to play that week. First, we're gonna release Metal Gear Solid, and the next day we're gonna release Lost Soul Aside. Uh, Usually that's a bad move. At least in my, it's not a good move to release these things so close. At least if it was released, if Lost Soul Aside was released at least a week later, yeah, I would have understood. But the next day, Lost Soul Aside is going up against a decade-old franchise, and and as good as this game looks, as amazing and cool as this game looks, I hope it does well, because if it doesn't do well in the early weeks, that's it. It's just gonna be another. What was that name? See, I completely forgot that name. There was this game by Sony PlayStation Studios. I keep forgetting that name. It was a zombie game about a guy. Days Gone, yes. It's gonna be a complete Days Gone situation where it's not gonna sell well. The developers are gonna be a little bit upset, and later on in the future, it will be remembered as, oh, you know what? That game was pretty underrated. I wish we had a sequel. And I hope that doesn't happen. I hope this game sells well, man. I hope this game sells well, because I'm not worried about Metal Gear Solid. It's definitely gonna sell well. I'm worried about this. And because Metal Gear, the basic gist is, we have two options: Metal Gear Solid 5 with an established story which is loved by millions, but with worse performance on the latest generation of consoles. It doesn't run that good. It's not stable at all. Or Lost Soul Aside, completely new developer, You don't know much about the story. It could be hit or miss, and even the performance could be hit or miss. I think the safe bet would be to go for Metal Gear Solid if you're into that kind of games. But personally, I love the concept of Lost Solicide, so I hope it achieves success that it deserves. If it's good, that's it. I don't want it to be underrated if it's good. If it's not good, that's a completely different story, though. So, that's it. Hope you guys like it.